Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, announcers piece in the chat. So welcome. It's race 8 of 12. The season is almost up. We are live as tier 2, and we are in Brazil. You will note the grid. Obviously, with 7 drivers as things stand, that means, of course, due to the number of attendees, the race will be reduced to 35% as per rules of a breakaway. We are live. We're gonna have short quali and 25 laps of action around the Brazil Grand Prix. If you've just joined us, welcome, and be sure to invite some of the friends to watch us live as well. It's gonna be 18 minutes, of course, of quali, and then we shoot it up in the main race. Currently 7 drivers. Get more attendees, of course. If you're local, you will note that we are back to load shedding. Really, I'm assuming Mr. CR is waiting for the Springboks to win the World Cup to take us back where we belong. We are live, of course, with Billy Hendricks representing Aston Martin. Currently the only Aston Martin driver we have today. Keep a close eye on the times, of course. Remember, we continue that conversation, or rather the battle of the fastest laps. Not sure what the times were in tier 3 yesterday, but we're gonna have to wait and see what the times are today as Billy Hendricks warms up the track. Being the first driver going out, of course, he will be setting his time. Mfundo has retired. Mfundo is retired, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming losing his... Mfundo has retired during quali without even posting a time. I'm assuming with his car on track, that's definitely interrupted Billy Hendricks, meaning he'll just have to slow his car down once again and try and save a bit of that ERS to give it another shot. The news with 3 minutes of quali is that Mfundo has lost his car at the start of his fast lap. Ooh, that is not good news for Mfundo. We are live now with the AlphaTauri driver of Fence 360. Ooh. Hoping, of course, that he does not pull him Mfundo. Ascending it on the sector 1 straight. Is it all going to be about straight line speed here? Or is it going to be about sector 2 and 3? Well, we're going to have to wait and see, as Fence posted 17.4 for the first sector. Line misses the apex slightly, but manages to keep his car on track. Well, Titus in the comments saying load shedding affecting a lot of drivers, sadly, which is unfortunate. We do know that tier 2, when it comes to turn up, is the leading tier, as Mfundo down in his garage has his hands on his face, not happy, of course, with the DNFing without posting a time. Has all his work cut out in the race, as Fencer posts a 1:96, which is the time to beat. Are we going to be seeing improvements from the drivers that we have here on the grid? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Keeping a close eye, Billy Hendricks, a man who's definitely not slow at all. We might just have something to say about that. He's about to end sector 2, hugging that line, making sure that he does not lose his grip, and has improved by 11 seconds, assuming, of course, that that's against his time where he was disturbed by Mfundo's car on track. Sandy Bonani says Don Rabico. Be sure to catch him live. Currently leads the standings as Billy Hendricks improves Fence's time by 4/10 and sits in pole. We've got about 13 minutes to go. Let us go. We are live tier 2. Be sure to catch tier 1 tomorrow. The likes of Radical, who currently sits comfortably in the lead of the tier 1 BrakeAway Racing League. We are live with King Rapture, man, formerly in tier 1, of course. Has had a very tricky season, one might say. Basing it on his standards, a very quick driver. He's got a bit of improvements to make. Is King Rapture. He's currently sitting, as we take a quick look at the tier 2 standings. He's currently sitting in P6. Of course, DNFing in China and Azerbaijan. A few races where he did not get points, of course. And the win in Mexico. Oh, as he rides the curb, he'll be kicking himself for that, losing probably more than half a second there. Will not be happy with that incident, but let's keep a close eye and see if it wasn't for that, where it would have put him. Well, currently sits in P3 with a 110 flat. Anything close to the likes of Billy Hendricks, of course, if he improves. Let's go live with Shad representing Alfa Romeo. This is his first lap, of course. Does not post the purple, but manages to keep his car nice and healthy. Looks like he might just be slowing down, thinking twice of sending it. So is he sending it, or is he jamming these drivers? Well, 1:15.5 still has time. We will have to keep a close eye on him if he's playing games or if he was in actual fact sending it. Looked like he was slowing down in sector 3. I am Lippo. Oh, how times have changed for him. A man formerly in tier 1, struggling in tier 2. Stiff competition, making things a bit difficult for him, one might say, as he posted 116.4. I'm assuming he'll be sending it again to improve. Currently sitting in P18 with only just 4 points is I am Lippo. And these 4 points he got on the first race, and that's in China. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these gentlemen need to make sure they get as many points as possible, as they might just have problems with the likes of the tier 3 drivers. Lots of tier 1 guys will be here after the season, says Don Rabico. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, after race 12, it's a playoff action. For those of you that do not know the rules, the bottom 3 of this tier will get relegated into tier 3, and the 3 above those will be in a relegations playoffs battle with the P4, 5, and 6 of tier 3. Top 3, of course, in tier 2 get promoted into tier 1, and P4, 5, and 6 will face the I'd say the next bottom 3 in tier 1. Noting the pace, of course, that these drivers we've been seeing from them, it's going to be tricky, one must say. Basically alluding to what John Rabico has said. Not going to be easy. We're going to have to wait and see. It's almost the end of the season. Race 8 of 12. 4 more weeks to go before it's a playoff season. Let us go. Billy Hendricks sailing it again. I will use this time to make this lap the audio lap. Let us go. Well, we can move right along as Billy slowed down again. That was his time, of course, of standing. And King Rapture currently finding himself in P5. He knows that he can definitely improve on his time with the 110, messing his sector 3 right about that curve he just passed right now. Well, seeing as Billy the Aston Martin will not want us to make that an audio lap, we're going to make this lap the audio lap. Let us go. Oh, looks like he's messed that lap up as well. Has a Billy Hendricks, King Waxer, rather. Yeah, these drivers do not want me to basically have a break. Wrong person for the audio lab, says John Rabbit Cole. Oh, as Spizel struggles to exit the pits and has broken his end plate. Fortunately for him, he still has time to send it back into the pits. Well, his teammate, Billy Hendricks, sending it once again. Is he going to improve on his 109.2? Oh, we have, well, rather, I have Mr. Duke. I mean, he was the right person for the audio lap as he posted 108.5, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Talk about setting the pace there. Definitely Duke. Currently leading by 7/10. Billy Hendricks improves by 3/10 on his time. Might just take him into the 108s as well. Let's keep a close eye. Is he going to hug that line, rise that curb? DRS will be activated. Hugs the wall on the finish line. What will his time be? He posted a 108.9, which basically takes him up into P2. Still 4/10 off this man. Definitely Duke, who's posted a 108.5. Is the offense sending it again? Yes, he improves sector 1 by almost 2/10. He'll be hoping that he keeps it nice and clean during the sector 2. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what will be the key strategy here. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, cause of the RSVPs for this race, a lot of drivers affected by load shedding. The race has been cut down to 35%. The breakaway rules have stated that we will not be cancelling races anymore, rather a minimum of 6 and reducing the race. So this is the case today as Spencer sending a target sitting in P3. Will he be improving his time? Is he going to be entering the 108? Oh yes, he does. It's an AlphaTauri 1 and 2, ladies and gentlemen. Close by, gap a 10th between the two. Going to be a battle of the AlphaTauris. We've got about less than 5 minutes to go. Currently 2 cars on track. I'm assuming drivers taking refreshments and breathers for their one shot. Let us go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, we are live in Brazil. It's 8 of 12. As things currently stand, it's the battle of the AlphaTauris. Definitely Duke with the 108.5. His teammate, Fenze with the 108.6. Billy, another driver within the 109s. Rashad has posted a 109.3. Looks like he might just be sending it one more time to see if he can be within the 108s, like the likes of Billy Hendricks, Fence, and definitely Duke. King Rapture with the 110 flat. We'll definitely look into improving on those times. Spizo yet to post a time on the medium compound tire. I'm assuming he's up to that. His time that he'll post will be on the mediums. Oh my goodness, Alexa Spizo. One might think that they're comfortable in tier 2. Let's take a sneak peek. The new Joe has joined us. One will hope that he will have enough time to post a lap. He's just joined us, of course. Was load shed. And he'll be hoping to set a time with about less than 2.5 minutes to go. Spy sitting comfortable in P9. Behind his teammate Billy Hendricks. It looks like this man is comfortable, I'd assume so, noting that he is setting his fast lap on the medium compound tire. We'll jump right back to him as definitely Duke is sending it one more time. Fancy, his teammate is also sending it one more time. Let's go live with a shot. Not sure if he's sending it or if he's moving out of the way. King Ratchet looks like he is preparing to send it one more time. It's one-shot territory now, ladies and gentlemen. As we'll keep a close eye on a shot. By the looks of it, looks like this might be him sending it. As his time is more than 7 seconds from his previous time, so we'll keep a close eye on his lap. Has the first 2 turns with gear 3. Short shifts up to gear 4, 5, 6. DRS is activated. He opts to go on the outside line. I'm not sure if that will improve his time. 3,000 of a second off his time, so a bit of ground to make to compete with the front 3. Sector 2 and 3 will be the places for him to improve offs, to take that turn with on gear 6. Gear 2 it is. Short shifts up to gear 3. Has a line. Make sure that he does not lose his rear. Sharp turn on the right again, making sure it doesn't lose his rear. Full throttle down to end sector 2. Has improved his time by 1.6 tenths. As definitely Duke, ladies and gentlemen, has DNF'd. I'm assuming he was sending it and lost the car after sector 1. Asha, does he improve? Yes, he does. But that keeps him in P4. King Rapture, what happens with it? Does he improve? Yes, he improves by a second, but that will only keep him in P5. Let's go with Fencing. Oh, I think Fencing is qualities up, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll settle for P2. So thankfully, for the likes of Duke with that DNF, he will keep a pole position. Let's keep a close eye on Spizo, currently sitting in P6. The man who opted to do the short quali on the medium compound tire has posted 1:12.5. This might just be quicker. Kisses the wall, posts a 1:10.4, which keeps him in P6. Spizo basically showing everyone his pace on the medium compound tire and basically what they can expect during the race. The Nucho says, thank you very much with my one shot. I will move into P6, which means Spy drops down to P7. That is the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this race will be 35%, meaning it's only going to be 35% worth of racing and 25 laps. Oh my goodness, the math ain't mathing. Percentages, times, laps, confusing the hell out of me. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the grid for the day. Definitely Duke with the 108.5. His teammate, a 10 behind, fencing. P2, Billy Hendricks, the only other driver within the 108s, posts a 108.9. Ashad, P4. King Rapture P5. Mamfundo and I Am Lippo will be kicking themselves, of course. Mamfundo DNFing without even posting a time. He'll be hoping for none of that during the race. What he'll be thankful for, of course, is that at least he's saved his entire compound. So in terms of strategies, Mamfundo will have many options, but he will have to think about the strategy from the back of the grid. We've got 10 drivers in the grid, ladies and gentlemen, this race. 10 of 12, and we're live in Brazil. It's tier 2. Let us go. Weather conditions looking nice and sexy. The sun is out. Bit of cloud cover, as you can see on the top right, ladies and gentlemen, but we are hoping for no rain. Well, some of our viewers will be hoping for rain, of course, for just a little bit of drama. Well, we're going to have to wait and see what the strategies will be from all our drivers. 25 laps around this track, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 lights, 5 lights. The only time South Africa is looking. What does Ty say, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'm not sure what Ty says. As Fencer says, thank you very much. Takes P1 from his teammates. Bit of contact between Billy Hendricks and definitely Duke. Oh my goodness. Work for the Stewards in lap 1, ladies and gentlemen. As definitely Duke was defending his position. Fencer says, thank you very much. King Rapture finds himself now in P3. Ashad defends his P4 position, but now is under pressure from the neutral. We'll take a sneak peek, ladies and gentlemen, on the tire compounds, but let's keep a close eye, of course, on the position change. Oh! Ashad almost loses his car. The neutral says, thank you very much. I'll take the inside line and gain 2 positions into P4. Mshengu T currently finds himself in P7, a man who struggled to keep the car on track this season. He'll be hoping for a better result today. Mamfundo finds himself in... Oh, as Mshengu, speaking of Mshengu, loses his car, ladies and gentlemen. Mamfundo says, thank you very much. I'll move up into P7. I am Lippo, comfortable, in P8. Mshengu, after that spin, P9. Billy Hendricks, will not be happy with what happened, the incident between himself and definitely Duke, the first turn. It's lap 2 of 25, ladies and gentlemen. Cautious, we've got yellow flag. I am Lippo, has DNF'd. What has happened to I am Lippo? My goodness, tier 3 is definitely loading. One might say for I am Lippo, a man that has only gotten points in China. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, China was the first race in the season, and he's definitely pulled out the first safety car. Billy Hendricks, an opportunity for him, of course, to change his wing, and he's gone on the medium compound tire. Drama, ladies and gentlemen. Who said that 10 drivers were not going to be able to give us drama? Whether the race is short or not, there's always going to be action. Safety cars out, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to be bold to go on the hard compound tire now and say, taking it till the end of the race? Well, as things stand, it does not look like any of the drivers are willing to risk that, and they have stayed out. Bogani Debo says Lippo's luck definitely getting out for the USD. Indeed, currently sitting in P18 in the T2 standings. He will need a miracle, of course, if he is to survive the tier 2. Definitely Duke is back in the lead. Not quite sure what might have happened there between the two. Fence and Duke, because my understanding was that Fenty was the man in the lead. King Rapture finds himself in P3. I think probably one of the biggest gainers, one might say. As Azuri alludes to the mere fact that we might as well just make tier 2 35%. Tier 2 or tier 3 is you? Let's wait to see. Biggest gainers. Mamfundo, Mshengu will be kicking himself, of course, for that spin. And has lost more positions. One would have thought he would have gained more. As we wait for the Aston Martin of Billy Hendricks to run in formation. Oh, Billy will certainly be not happy with what had happened with himself, and definitely Duke with a very slow start. And Fencer said thank you very much. Billy Hendricks saw an opportunity to go on the inside line, a bit of contact, which put Billy spinning around and losing his way. Oh, he finds himself in P10 now. Bit of ground to make as he catches up in the pack. Let us go. It's lap 3 of 25, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 4 is another lap of the safety car. We are hoping with 10 drivers that all the drivers are aware that everyone is getting points. So the key will be to keep the car on track. Let us go. Azuri alludes to the mere fact that the inside line in Brazil is hell. And alluding that we should have seen the drama happening yesterday with Tier 3. Wow. Disappointing that we are unable to broadcast Tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. That will be always subject to the RSVPs and drivers, of course, participating. TurnUp has been dismal, and we are hoping the more of these drivers get relegated to Tier 3, that you'll see more racing. Oh, let us go. 4 of 25. Safety car still out. Expectation is for the safety car to be going in this lap as drivers are running in formation. Shout out to the 22 viewers watching us live. If you've just joined us, be sure to subscribe on the BrakeAway Racing channel. We race Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays being Tier 3, Wednesdays like today being Tier 2, and catch Tier 1 live tomorrow, as definitely Duke will be sending it now with the safety car going in. Of course, Fete is now in trouble. Pressure there from the likes of King Rapture. Oof, touches the grass, almost rear ends the second AlphaTauri. The neutral better exit in Tier 2. Turn 2 says ERS is activated. They are side by side. The battle of the straight line. Speed, ladies and gentlemen. Neutral onto for the inside line. Does he send it? Thinks twice about it. King Rapture says, on we go. Ashad finds himself in P5. Spy is also comfortable in P6. Mum's window with a bit of ground to make. Representing the McLaren finds himself in P7. Shangu T gonna keep the car on track. Representing Red Bull finds himself in P8. Billy Hendricks has gained a position from Kid K, finding himself on P10. It is a race on. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 2 laps of no DRS. So, for the likes of definitely Duke, he'll be hoping that that gap between himself and his teammates will be a second. His teammates, Fence, will be saying, well, let us go. The aim is to keep up. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble with King Rapture, as we are seeing yellow flags, ladies and gentlemen. It's Spy Zozo. Looks like Spy has spun out, ladies and gentlemen, has lost a bit of ground and finds himself on P10. Oh my goodness, it goes from a bad to worse for Aston Martin today. Lap 6 of 25, still a long way to go, of course. Oh, look at the cloud cover, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to be expecting a bit of rain? Ooh, tricky conditions. Brazil is a track known, of course, for a bit of rain, just like Mexico. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the strategies will be. Key to note, of course, as well, if the drivers have opted to go for the slick strategy when it comes to car setups, or have they outsmarted some of these drivers and go for much higher wings? Fancy is keeping within the DRS, saying I'm going to use a bit of ERS. I'm assuming that's his teammate helping him out there, or is he chasing his teammate? Well, not sure if there's going to be team orders here, but the AlphaTauri are still running in formation. We're 1 and 2 during quali. Currently, as things stand, are 1 and 2 as well in the race. It's lap 7 of 25, ladies and gentlemen. It's race on. King Rapture seems to be struggling to be catching up on the front two. The neutral is putting the pressure on him. Ooh, cloud cover, ladies and gentlemen. Again. It looks like it's going to be raining in Brazil. I have to wait and see. Still a long way to go. The neutral is definitely putting the pressure on King Rapture. While he's doing that, Ashad is saying, let us go. I'm going to put the pressure on both of y'all. Two drivers. Mamfundo falling right behind. He currently finds himself in P6. Will be under pressure from Billy Hendricks. Soon, Billy within a DRS now. Basically gaining the positions he had lost with that incident happening between himself and this man, currently leading the standings as that drops off rain, ladies and gentlemen. Ho, ho, ho. Now, this is going to be tricky for definitely Duke and his teammates. Who is going to make the first call? As we get yellow flags, it's the Haas again of Kid K. Are they going to double stack? Oh, last thing AlphaTauri needed, of course, was these drops of rain. Noting, of course, that they are running in formation as well. One wonders who's going to make the first brave call. Definitely running in formation. They seem to have the same pace as things stand. King Rapture is struggling. The neutral has not managed to overtake him. Still sits in P4. It looks like the neutral might just have the better pace when it comes to sector 2 and 3. Ashad is following them close behind as King Rapture, ladies and gentlemen, goes a bit wide. Are any of the front two drivers going to send it into the pits? No, they go around again. Fancy says thank you very much. If there's going to be someone who gets the first call in the pits, it's going to be me. That is definitely not team orders, one might say. It's a battle for who's going to be pitting first. Fancy is saying, yep, I'm going to be the first driver if, of course, we're going to have to pit. Definitely Duke following right behind. These two are fighting each other. I think it's the battle of who's going to pit. Definitely Duke is saying no. I am definitely the driver that should be going up at first. The fence is saying no, sir. I am staying in front. But now the tricky question, which is key as well, is this lap going to be the lap for them to pit? Keep a close eye on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Track seems to be wet. Yep, drivers are struggling with the turns. Are they going to double stack? Is Fencer going to send it in? Because if he doesn't, I'm assuming Duke will. Oh, they both don't. And Duke says thank you. I'm the first driver now. Assad, the first driver to call it into the pits. Keep a close eye on his time, ladies and gentlemen. Fundo, Kid K have also opted to go onto the intermediate compound tires. Billy Hendricks, Assad, jump onto the intermediate compound tires. Tricky situation with these two, ladies and gentlemen. Keep a close eye on the times as well. With the interrunners as versus to the medium compound tires, are they cutting the gap? Oh no, ooh, fancy. almost rear-ending his teammate there. Obviously, with Ashad having pit now, he will need a bit of time to warm those enters up. I'm assuming on the slab, they all will need to pit for the intermediate compound tires. Definitely Duke leading the pack as they are about to lap a Kid K. Blue flags, sir. Move, B. Get out the way. As Kid K moves out of the way. Oh, the Alpha Tauris are still sending it, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? One of them should have called it by now, surely. Bone Canyon, Guenya, aka Debo, Crocs A double stack, loaded. I think offensive is being left behind there. I'm not sure if he's trying to build a bit of time to make sure that he doesn't lose time in the pits. Currently finds himself in P2. King Ratcher, the neutral as well, have opted to stay out on the medium compound tires. The rain does not look heavy. DRS is still activated. Let me see who's within DRS as neutral, ladies and gentlemen, is taking P3 from King Rapture. They are about to lap Kid K. I think Kid K is comfortable with P10, noting that he'll be getting 1 point for that. DRS is still activated. Oh, unfortunately for King Rapture, the neutral has utilized the lapped car of Kid K and said, thank you, I'll get DRS as well. As they both overtake the Haas of Kid K. Well, they lap. Oh! King Rapture struggling a bit. They're almost losing his rear. Top 5 are still on the medium compound tire. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ashad is saying, well, let us go. Gaining a bit of ground versus Spy, who remains out on the medium compound tire. So it is pretty clear to see that, yep, the compound to be using now is the intermediate. So the bottom half are all in the intermediate compound tire. Front 5 still out on the mediums. Track is getting wet, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm assuming now DRS will be disabled and these drivers will be sending it into the pits. Definitely Duke stays out. Fenton stays out. What is going on? King Ratchet takes his P3 back, but what is going on? Definitely the intermediate is the faster compound tire. Let's keep a close eye on Mashad, who's chasing now. Spy. Is Spy going to be sending it into the pits? DRS is still activated, ladies and gentlemen. Ashad will say thank you very much. DRS is activated. Catches a bit of slipstream. Is he going to send it on the inside? He might have the bit of grip. Thinks twice about it. He'll get a second chance. He'll be hoping that DRS is still activated as he gets a second opportunity. Yes, look at that grip difference, ladies and gentlemen. Easy work for Ashad as he moves up into P5. Spy staying out. Well, the chat is basically alluding to the mere fact that they are waiting for DRS to be disabled. Oh no! Oh, Spy almost losing his car. You see, now that's where the tricky bit comes in. You cannot wait for your engineer to tell you that DRS is disabled. Sometimes you have to make the call yourself. Let's go back to the leading pack. Definitely good. Surely now. Yes, he sends it in the pits. Fancy is still out. The neutral. What does he do? He sends it in the pits as well. King Rapture follows suit. Oh my goodness. Fancy. Not sure if he's going for an undercut or an overcut, whatever you might call it, but with the track being this wet, he's gonna struggle. 6-2 and 6-3. The neutral's gone on the soft compound. What is going on? Is that a strategy call? Or a mix-up in the pits? Oh, the neutral. I think we'll be kicking himself for that. As that means he might just have to send it into the pits again. King Raptor says thank you very much. Free position for him. Billy Hendricks, ladies and gentlemen, Ashad, now have basically undercut King Raptor, find himself in P3 and P4. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you see, taking the mediums long has come back to bite some of these drivers. Fenton enters the pit. Definitely Duke, I'm assuming, with that undercut and going on the intermediates first. They say thank you very much. Oh, questions will be asked by Fence's to Fence's engineer, basically asking as to why did he not pit first. How much time has he lost to his teammates? As definitely Duke has passed, ladies and gentlemen. Take a rear view. It looks like he has definitely undercut that gap now. Currently sitting at 2.5 seconds. Ashad, ladies and gentlemen, in P3. 15 of 25. 10 laps to go. Oh, the neutral, ladies and gentlemen, has had to pit again. Shot himself on the foot. With going on the soft compound tire, maybe. Did not advise his engineer, or his pit crew was caught sleeping there. Yep, has had to come back into the pits and comes out in P8. And Shengu T struggling. Might have had a glimpse of him spinning and losing the car there. Spy finds himself in P7. Mamfundo, P6. All he has to do is keep it nice and clean. King Ratcha, oh, loses his car. What is going on with the Red Bulls, ladies and gentlemen? Billy Hendricks finds himself in P4. Be kicking himself with that 5-second penalty, I'm assuming. Speeding in the pit lane. Kid K, you were getting a point, sir. What is wrong with you? Did he just crash out, exiting the pits? Another safety car is out. Debris on track, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Kid K, with everyone getting points, why would you do that, sir? Oh, another safety car, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about track positions, and you drivers and viewers would know it's very difficult to overtake during these conditions. One will just have to hope that their competition makes a mistake. Tricky conditions, of course. Drivers are not as quick. Note you, of course, that most of them have stuck with their slick setups. So 9 drivers remaining. That's 16 of 25. Let us go. KK alludes to the mere fact that it has is boot in the commentary, as both past drivers, ladies and gentlemen, have DNF'd with points up for grabs. Let us go, ladies and gentlemen. Ashad, what are you doing, sir? Does he know something that we do not know? There's still drops of rain. Can someone help me out with that call by a shot, ladies and gentlemen? He's just pit and put on the soft compound tire. Safety car is still out. Not sure if he's waiting for the track to dry out. Billy Hendricks has left the session, got disconnected. I'm hoping that he'll be able to come back. Early call, says Debo, aka Bone Canny. He's hoping. But there's still drops of rain, Man Ray. Safety car has 2 more left, but there's still drops of rain. What are you doing, Asha? Well, keep a close eye on that as I just take you out through the grid again. Definitely Duke. The man who had an incident, of course, with Billy Hendricks. Billy Hendricks has fought his way back and finds himself in P3. So his battle with the AlphaTauris continues. Fancy. The other AlphaTauri finds himself in P2. King Rapture will be hoping that he's able to keep his car on track, unlike his teammate, Mshengu T. Ashad has made the most boldest call one might think of in this race and opted for the soft compound tire. They still drops off rain, ladies and gentlemen. That I am not quite sure about, or of, rather. That call, ladies and gentlemen, bold, one might say, but I think it's a couple of laps too early if he's expecting for the rain to stop. Is the safety car coming in this lap? There's green flags. Yep, safety car is in this lap. So, the gents, Mshengu Mamfundo, better catch up as soon as possible. Faith is saying, let us go. I am not going to wait for my teammate to send it. I'm going to try send it off. The battle between King Rapture and Billy Hendricks. King Rapture thinks about standing on the inside. Billy Hendricks, thankfully, has opted to join us back and has taken control of his car. Currently P3, the neutral. Thankfully for him. Oh, look at that straight line speed, ladies and gentlemen. Battle of the straight line speed. Billy Hendricks. Rapture is thinking about standing on the inside, but no. Billy Hendricks closes that gap. King Rapture, with the fight happening in front, has closed that gap. Spies also teammates with Billy Hendricks. He'll be hoping for these drivers to make a mistake for him to capitalize. The call by Ashad, as we all alluded to, was a bad one. Now he finds himself 2 seconds behind the interrunners and his closest competitor Spy. But the sandwich, the Aston Martin sandwich between Billy Hendricks and a Spy has got the likes of Neutral and King Rapture. Ooh, King Rapture thinks about it. Oh, Billy Hendricks goes wide. It's side by side, ladies and gentlemen. King Rapture takes that position. Billy Hendricks is in trouble with the Neutral. Has managed to keep his car on track. The Neutral sending it. Does he have the straight line speed? Billy Hendricks is positioning his car very well. It looks like he might just have the straight line speed. But, ladies and gentlemen, the new podium P3 position belongs to King Rapture. The AlphaTauris are still running in formation. One must not forget that the neutral, ladies and gentlemen, has said thank you very much. I will put the Aston Martin in formation. Spy might have something to say about this one versus his teammate, of course, Billy Hendricks. Under pressure, into middle, oh, he loses his car, does Spy. Ashad says thank you very much on the soft compound tire. Ashad is still staying out. I'm assuming he has no choice but to stick with this strategy. But the longer this goes on, the more he falls behind. Mumfundo now putting the pressure on Spy. He sends it on the inside. Hey, what is Mumfundo doing? Ooh. Was he honestly sending it, or was he just showing Spy? That's a Chip, I'm there, Chip, I'm there. Fancy, still within DRS of his teammate. Let's go back to the action up front. Definitely Duke sitting nice and comfortable, of course, in pole position. In lap 21 of 25. ERS nice and healthy for definitely Duke. Has not used much of it. Says his teammate running in formation. King Rapture has taken P3. The neutral said thank you very much, Billy Hendricks. I'll take P4 from you. Billy Hendricks now finds himself in P5. Ashad, ladies and gentlemen, the only driver on slick compound tire is in P6. Spy and Mumfundo will definitely see that and will need to get a move on the gap between themselves. Oh! Is the track drying up, ladies and gentlemen? Has Assad just pulled rabbit out of the hat? Remember, the front runners still have to pit. Yeah, it's lap 21 or 25. We question that call. It seems to be drying up. Let's have a sneak peek at the gap between himself and definitely it's 12 seconds. The gap is not much. Keep a close eye on the times as well between definitely Duke and Ashad. The track is drying up. Hey. Spoke too soon, Mr. Commentator Zotile. Sector 1 seems to be a bit wet, one must say. Hey, one offense, oh, it's your car, Popoise. The neutral says thank you very much and takes King Rapture, but King Rapture says no sir, you will not do me like that, and gets their position back. The gap between Ashad and definitely Duke seems to be leveled out at 13.2 seconds. If this is a time where the engineer says yeah man, it's a mixed bag really. If the inter-runners stay out, will this man have enough time to catch up? The gap is now 12.8 seconds. We are about to start lap 23 of 25. So we've got about 3 laps to go. The gap, ladies and gentlemen, 12.5 seconds now. Ball move by Assad, but opted to keep his car on track. The King Raptor said, no, I'm going to pit and give myself an opportunity to chase these gentlemen at the end of the race. Arafat Masterclass is Migo. Fancy, let us go. The gap, ladies and gentlemen, 12.3 seconds from 13 seconds in a matter of 2 sectors. We've got yellow flags. It's Mumfundo has spun again. The King Rapture has opted to go on the intermediate compound tire. The drivers have slowed down. Are we going to have a safety car? Oh, please do not mess up Assad's strategy, safety car. Please. He is now sending it. Lap 23 of 20. Does he have enough time, though? Pitting now is a bad call, says Debo. This will be light work for Assad versus Billy Hendricks. Are any of the front two going to send it into the pits? They stay out, alluding to Bone Canny, aka Debo Crocs' call, or saying it is a bad call. But ladies and gentlemen, Billy Hendricks has sent it into the pits. What is the gap between Ashad, definitely Duke, and Fancy? Oh, he is not closing that gap fast enough, one might think. 11 seconds. Penultimate lap. Why did Billy Hendricks pit? I think, ladies and gentlemen, penultimate lap, of course. Definitely Duke has opened the gap to his teammates. Currently in pole, Fancy P2, the neutral as well. has opted to stay out, but this man is closing the gap. The gap now 2.3 seconds. Does he have enough time to at least get a podium position? He is not closing the gap fast enough to... Ooh, almost loses the car. Does a shot. Last opportunity for him to send it. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen, of the race. Lap 25 of 25. Bit a clean race. Why would you pit? Says Azuri. Bit a clean race by definitely Juke. Led from start to finish. A mishap, of course, with himself and Billy Hendricks' first turn of the start of the race, but he has been immense. He's now opening the gap to his teammates, Fancy, who has also had a clean race, finds himself on P2. The neutral man on the intermediate compound tire, trying to defend his pole position. But Ashad is saying, let us go. Will he send it on the inside line? Thinks twice about it. Has enough time. Is sending it. Better grip, of course, by Ashad. Is he going to send it on the outside? Is he brave enough to send it? They're side by side. Ashad says, thank you very much. Pole position will be mine. Last turn of lap 25, ladies and gentlemen. A super clean race by definitely Duke. We all thought that Ashad would have caught up. The drivers have opted to stay out, but definitely Duke, take a bow. Says, thank you very much. I'll get Paul Fancy with the fastest lap. Will take P2. Does Billy Ashad take the fastest lap? No. But for him, with that ball call, thankfully, will finish P3. The neutral opted to stay out on the inters. Will finish at P4. King Rapture, a man who pit late on the soft compound tire, does not manage to post a fast lap, will finish P5. Spizo started P6, will finish P6. His teammate, Billy Hendricks, man with pace during quali, had a dismal race by his standards, will finish P7. Mumfundo sending it. Is he sending it for the fast lap? Keep a close eye on the times. Does he get it? No, he does not. Beautiful move by Ashad, says Azuri. Bold move, one must say. Very bold move. Spio is the game a driver of the day. Oh, let us go. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, all of the drivers that finished will get points. Note, of course, that we had a grid of just 12 drivers and 2 DNFs. It's Alpha Tauri Day, P1 and P2 for the podium spot. Definitely Duke says thank you very much. His teammate Fancy says thank you to Scuderia Alpha Tauri. And Ashad with that ball call on going on the soft compound tires in wet conditions. Fought his way back to P3. Let us go. The grid, as things stand. Definitely Duke, P1. Fancy takes the extra points as he gets the fastest lap. Ashad, P3. The neutral 4. King Rapture 5. Spizo, man who started P7 and finishes a P6. Question marks on that driver there by the game. But anyway, we will not fight that. Billy Hendricks, P7. Mumfundo will probably not be happy with P8. And Mshengo T, thankfully enough, finishes the race. The Haas of I Am Lippo and Kid K struggling, and both drivers are DNFing. Be sure to catch us live tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, as it's going to be a tier 1 battle. My name is Zota, and good night.